Today, we are going on a hunt for something that feels, I don't know, almost like a myth in modern America. We're talking about the right to build your own home exactly how you want, with basically zero government interference. We're going to map out the last real frontiers of building freedom. Just think about it for a second. No one telling you how to frame a wall, no one telling you what materials you can and can't use, and definitely no one making you wait around for them to show up and approve your work. You'd have total, complete creative control. It sounds like a dream, right? Well, in a few special places, it's actually reality. So where are these magical places? Well, they aren't just random dots on a map. They actually form this kind of distinct region, both geographically and philosophically, that we're calling the Freedom Belt. These 5 counties, they are the real deal. They're the last strongholds for owner-builders who value their own autonomy more than anything else. So in this explainer, we're going to take a tour of each and every one. We'll break down exactly what makes them unique, and this is important. We'll cover what you absolutely have to know before you even think about buying land there. All right, let's get this tour started. We're going to be moving from the deserts of the Southwest all the way to the heartland of the Ozarks, and you'll see, each stop offers its own special flavor of freedom. Our first stop drops us right into the middle of the rugged Arizona desert. And let me tell you, Greenlee County isn't just a little bit lenient on its codes. No, it is the absolute gold standard of hands-off government when it comes to building a home. And look, this isn't some rumor or a loophole somebody found. This is their official stated policy. They literally do not want to see your plans. They are not coming to your property, and they have zero official recommendations for you. The freedom and the responsibility is 100% yours. Let's be super clear here. Greenlee is the only county in the entire state of Arizona with zero residential codes. So if you want to build an earthship or maybe an adobe dome or a house made out of shipping containers, you just go do it. This crazy level of freedom is really only possible because it's so rural and has such a low population. The trade-off, of course, is that harsh, hot climate. Things like water and cooling are massive challenges you're going to have to solve all by yourself. All right, for our next stop, let's head north to the absolutely beautiful landscapes of western Colorado. This place proves that this kind of freedom doesn't always have to mean living in the middle of a desert. So in the unincorporated parts of Delta County, their official website says it plain as day. No building permit required. This isn't some secret you have to dig for, it's public policy. And what's interesting is, unlike the super unique situation in Arizona, Delta is actually one of about 15 Colorado counties with this kind of freedom. So here, you get 4 distinct seasons, you get that mountain scenery, all without giving up your right to build. For our third stop, we're heading to the Heartland, really the epicenter of the Freedom Belt. It's a region that has become totally legendary in the alternative building community, the Missouri Ozarks. You see, Missouri doesn't have a statewide building code, so it leaves the choice up to each individual county. And Shannon and Ozark counties, they chose freedom. And that choice really highlights a key difference here: community. Unlike the rugged individualism you find out in the desert, the Ozarks have these established communities of off-gridders and homesteaders. And with land being so affordable, we're talking just $4,000 to $6,000 an acre and a moderate climate with pretty good rainfall, this region offers freedom plus a network of people who get it. Okay, we're heading back to Arizona now, but this time to a county that offers this fascinating kind of hybrid approach. Cochise County isn't technically code-free, but trust me, it might just have the next best thing. This right here is the game changer. It's called the Owner-Builder Amendment. So you pay for a permit, which gives you that official piece of paper. But then, and this is the amazing part, you are left completely alone to build your house. Zero inspections during the entire process. The only time you'll see an official is for one single final visit at the very end. And that's just so they can put the property in their records. So you see, Cochise County has found this incredible sweet spot. It's probably America's most lenient owner-builder system. You get that official documentation that can really help you out later on, but you keep maximum freedom during the actual build. It's the absolute closest you can get to no codes while still, technically having them. All right, for our final stop, we're going to the place where freedom meets just extreme affordability. Welcome to the vast, remote landscape of West Texas. Out in its unincorporated areas, Hudspeth County has no active code enforcement. But its key feature, the thing that really puts it on this list, is the price tag. This is some of the absolute cheapest land in the entire country. But just how cheap are we talking? That is not a typo. You can find land for as little as $500 an acre. Think about that. A 40-acre parcel, your own private little kingdom, could cost you between $20,000 and $30,000 total. That is less than a new car. Now, yes, it's very remote and water is a huge challenge, but for just raw freedom, at rock bottom prices, Hudspeth is in a class all its own. Okay, the tour's over. And it's really easy to get excited about all this, right? But now we need to ground the stream in some hard-nosed reality, because freedom from building codes does not mean freedom from all rules or all costs. So before you start drawing up plans for your pallet shack or your shipping container palace, there are some non-negotiable hurdles you absolutely positively have to account for. Here are the hard facts. First, even in these code-free counties, state agencies almost always regulate septic systems. Getting that approval is going to cost you anywhere from $3,000 to $15,000. Second, well permits for water, they are universal. You can expect to spend between $5,000 and $20,000 for water access alone. And third, and this is the big one, you need cash. Banks will not finance an unpermitted structure, and getting insurance is extremely difficult, sometimes just impossible. Okay, so after facing those realities, if the dream is still alive, if you're still with me, then the only thing left to do is to go back and look at the amazing possibilities these unique places offer. So these are the options still on the table. You've got the deserts of Arizona and Texas, the mountains of Colorado, and the rolling hills of the Missouri Ozarks. These 5 locations, they really represent the last pockets of true building freedom in America, and each one has its own unique character and its own challenges. You know, the Freedom Belt isn't just about trying to avoid a few rules. It's about reclaiming a fundamental right to create your own shelter. The opportunity is real. It's right there in these 5 places. So I guess the only question left is, what will you build? Hey, if you enjoyed this little journey into the Freedom Belt, make sure to like and subscribe for more explainers that empower you with knowledge.